We talk about God created everything, but who created God? In our case as Muslims, who created Allah? Is it even the right question to ask? And what is it to do with the Kalam Cosmological Argument? And what is it to do with infinite regress? And what does it even mean? If you want to find out the answer to any of these questions, stick around with us, inshallah, and you will find out the answer. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Maruf, and this is a part of the Asma al-Husna series. And today, we are going to talk about another beautiful name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Khaaliq. It means creator. When we discuss creation, or content creation, or anything you have witnessed in this world, we as humans, we create, but we created out of something, not true creation. But when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are talking about creation from nothing. A creation we have cannot even imagine. So coming back to the question, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so powerful, He created everything, sometimes you might ask, who created God? Who created Allah? Is it even the right question? But before we go even further, I just want to disclose that I am not asking this question out of kind of condescending way, in a way that diminishes the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but with good intention, with a curiosity, because we all sometimes might ask, sometimes Satan whispers, hey, look, who created God? And by the way, this is not a new question, and this is a question probably hundreds, maybe thousands of years of old. And this is why the Muslim scholars discovered and came up with the Kalam Cosmological Argument. And this is something we're going to discuss today. It's all relevant to this topic. One of the best things to start this question is in Surah At-Tur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discuss this verse. Were they created from nothing, or were they the creators? When you think about it, if we have noticed anything, were they created from nothing? We know that nothing comes out of nothing, so it's no. And the second thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning in this verse is that were they themselves the creator? Allah subhanahu talking about the human beings. As we know, we are not our creators. We know that we come from our parents, but eventually parents, they must come somewhere. The whole thing, universe we see, must have come somewhere. So there's actually a hidden question in this verse. If we are not created from nothing, if we are not the creators, so what is the last question? So who created us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking this hidden question for us to tafakkur and tadabbur and think deeply. And I think if you ask this question, and this kind of verses, and a lot of questions about probably thousands of years ago coming from philosophers in the Muslim lands, and Imam al-Ghazali and the scholars, and the similar scholars, they come up with something called Kalam Cosmological Argument. So, in a simply put, for common people like us, what it really means is that everything or anything that begins to exist must have a cause, must have a creator. And the universe had a beginning. At that time, they figured this out, but now we know throughout the Big Bang and other scientific advances, we know that even the universe had a starting point, Big Bang, etc. So a universe must have a creator. And that creator, according to their definition, in the Kalam cosmology as well, should be out of space and time, should be the uncaused cause, should be the intelligent agent, etc. And in our belief, we believe that agent, that creator to be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So suddenly, as you can imagine, once we begin to realize this thing, a lot of people, especially atheists or some other people, might blame the believers, and including us, they say, oh, these are very simpletons, these people believe in God, so or never. So that's why it's very, very important we understand our beliefs, and our disbeliefs our faith, as some of the people call it, it's not blind. It is based on rational arguments that whenever we see something is there, we know there's a creator. And do we know how it was created? Not necessarily. Do we know the attributes? Some of them we know. But it doesn't remove the fact that this world, anything we see around us was created. Just give example. Like for example, I'm holding a smartphone, right? Do I really know how it works? No. Do most of us who is watching it, we don't know how the smartphone works. I mean, I'm talking about the detail and technical details. We don't. However, we know how to use it, and we know for sure there is a manufacturer, there is a people with the intelligence working behind it. This, in the same way, when we look at the universe, when we look at ourselves, how complicated we are, and claiming that all of this came from nothing is a very absurd argument, suddenly. So, as you can imagine, the question we asked, starting from who created God? There's another interpretation to this. Imagine you ask, who created God? Fair enough, okay? You may say, everything else created by God. Who created God? They say there's another entity created God. Fair enough, okay. What about that person? And what about that? And as you can imagine, you're going to keep asking the question, there will never be stop. This is what in the science world is called the infinite regress. You keep asking, there's no stop. And according to this analogy or the logic, nothing should have been created because you keep asking because there will be no stop. But in reality, we know, you and I, we know we are here and the world exists. So this is illogical. It cannot be, you cannot keep asking the question infinity. But in reality, we know we are here. So that's because of that, the Kalam Cosmological Argument says that entity has to be out of time and space. And we believe that entity is no one, nothing except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So once we realize that this tremendous power, it should not decrease us any shape or form in our iman, but actually it should boost us to understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His true power of creation. And He created everything, including you and me, the universe, for a purpose. And as Muslims, we believe we are on a journey back to Him. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us understand who He is and appreciate His beautiful creation, including us, to be grateful. And if you like these lessons, these episodes, please like and share with people you know, and they might benefit as well. And then here we're also going through the book, and you can read the book if you want to follow along with us. And I will see you in the next video where we're going to discuss another beautiful name of Sunsala, Al-Bari, the Evolver. And having said that, Assalamu alaikum.